Welcome to This Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're here today because we're looking at a massive, fundamental shift currently happening in how users actually discover apps. If you're an app owner, a developer, or a marketer, the ground beneath your feet is completely moving right now. We're stepping out of a world where optimizing for just a single search bar was enough, and we're entering a really complex multi-channel reality. So today, we're going to break down ASO, SEO, and this brand new frontier called LLM Discoverability. And most importantly, we're going to see exactly how you can master all three.
Think about this idea for a second. Ranking in the App Store, ranking on Google, and showing up in ChatGPT are not the same thing, but they are absolutely now connected. That's the core thesis of our whole conversation today. Mastering just one of these channels, it's just not enough anymore. If you're only optimizing for the App Store, you're leaving a massive amount of growth completely on the table. The discoverability game has evolved, and the winners are going to be the ones who know how to connect these dots.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the new discovery landscape. Then, we'll unpack ASO and SEO before diving into the AI discoverability shift. After that, we'll talk about why you need all three, how to scale with Appeak Pro, and finally, how to win the visibility game. Let's start with part one, the new discovery landscape, how we actually overcome the noise. 4.2 million. That is the number of apps currently available across the iOS App Store and Google Play right now. And you know what? That number is growing every single second. In a landscape that crowded, raw visibility isn't just some optional marketing tactic anymore. It's literally the only difference between compounding growth and being completely ignored. The old saying, if you build it, they will come, yeah, that doesn't apply here. They absolutely will not come unless you actively engineer your app to be found. Moving right along to part two, unpacking ASO and SEO. These are our traditional pillars. So, what exactly is ASO? App Store optimization helps your app rank and convert inside the app stores. This covers your metadata, your keywords, your title, subtitle, and all that creative direction like your icon and your screenshots. The absolute key takeaway here is user intent. ASO captures users who are already inside the store, phone in hand, looking to download something right this second. And the stakes here are frankly huge. Apple actually reports that 65% of all installs start directly with search and browse inside the store. That makes ASO an absolutely non-negotiable channel. It is the very bottom of the funnel. If you aren't optimized there, you're just losing out on the highest intent users available. Now, contrast that with SEO, or search engine optimization. SEO helps your website, your structured data, and your app-related content show up in Google's search and across the wider web. This captures a completely different state of mind. These users are researching problems, they're comparing options, and they're exploring solutions on the web long before they ever decide to open up an app store. It's all about building your web presence and your external validation. Which brings us to part three, the AI discoverability shift. This is the new frontier. Now, what's really interesting here is LLM discoverability because it is fundamentally different. It helps AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and Perplexity understand your app well enough to actually recommend it. You see, you aren't just stuffing keywords into a subtitle anymore. You're optimizing for AI-readable content, for topical authority, and entity strength, things like Wikidata and schema.org markup. You literally have to teach the AI what your app does so it can confidently serve it up as the best answer. To put that into perspective right now, 800 million. That's the estimated number of weekly ChatGPT users. That is a massive, undeniable chunk of app discovery that is moving away from traditional search bars and going straight into conversational AI. Users are simply asking AI what app they should use for a given problem. And if the AI doesn't know your app exists, well, you're invisible to hundreds of millions of potential users. All right, part four, why you need all three. Let's connect these dots. This brilliantly illustrates how it all comes together in the real world. Let's say you want a fitness app. In the App Store, for ASO, the user intent is usually short and direct, right? They'll just type workout app. On Google, for SEO, that same user is researching, so they might type best beginner workout app. But look at the AI LLM query. It's, what app should I use to start exercising at home with no equipment? It's super conversational, it's highly specific, and it's problem-oriented. So to capture the full spectrum of your potential audience, you have to optimize for those short keywords, that web research, and those conversational AI recommendations, all at the same time. Let's move to part five, scaling with Appeak Pro, the autonomous engine. Look, doing all of this the legacy way, with manual spreadsheets and a dozen fragmented tools, it just breaks its scale. That's exactly where Appeak Pro comes in. It automates this entire process, moving way beyond just raw data to give you ready-to-ship execution. It handles your traditional ASO audit, keyword research, and creative direction. But crucially, it also performs an AI discoverability audit. It generates your topical map, your FAQ strategy, and that LLM-friendly entity optimization you need to actually be understood by AI.
So what used to take weeks of manual labor now looks like this incredibly straightforward workflow. Step 1, you just paste your App Store URL and pick your market. Step 2, the system instantly analyzes your gaps across 18 different signals, scoring your metadata, your competitors, and your AI visibility. And then Step 3, it automatically optimizes both channels, delivering ready-to-publish metadata and a complete AI visibility content layer, literally in minutes.
If you compare this to the rest of the market, the difference is kind of wild. Traditional ASO tools make you wait weeks just for raw App Store insights. Agencies, they take days or weeks, cost a fortune, and still usually only cover the App Store. Appeak Pro gives you the insights plus the execution in minutes, covering both the App Store and AI discoverability. It really functions as that single growth engine bridging the gap. Finally, part 6, winning the visibility game. Let's wrap this up. Here is the ultimate takeaway for you today. The apps that are going to win organic growth will not optimize for just one discovery channel. They are going to build visibility across app stores, search engines, and AI answers. The days of siloed optimization are officially over. Your users are in the store, they're searching on the web, and they're talking to AI. True compounding organic growth requires a completely unified approach across all 3 of those channels.
So what does this all mean for you? Do you actually know where your app's visibility gaps are across these 3 crucial channels right this second? Don't guess. Start with a free audit at appeak.pro. It takes about 60 seconds, requires absolutely no credit card, and it will instantly show you exactly what is holding your app back. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really can't wait to see how you leverage this new frontier of discoverability.